Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the RAF aerobatic team, the Red Arrows! Red 1 leads the aircraft over in big battle formation. The red, white and blue smoke standing out nicely against the cloudy skies in Toronto. Red 1 gives the command, the smoke changes, and the aircraft moves swiftly from big battle into short diamond. Leading the formation is Red 1 squadron leader Martin Pert. Martin is a former Harrier and Typhoon pilot. He's previously instructed on the Hawk and is in his second year as the team leader. Red 1 bringing short diamond in from the left, the smoke about to come on. On the right of Red 1 is Red 2, Flight Lieutenant Damo Green. Damo has previously flown the Hawk as an aggressor pilot. He then served on the front line flying the Typhoon and joined the Red Arrows this year. Red 1's using a very metronomic cadence as he talks to the other pilots. They're reacting to the tone and rhythm of his voice rather than the movement of his aircraft. Well, out to our right-hand side, Red 1 has given the command to move into the first of our anniversary formations. This time celebrating the 50th anniversary of the moon landings, it's Apollo. In from the right-hand side, the nose about to come up, the smoke about to come on for the Apollo roll. Easy. Up. Go. Upside down at 2,500 feet, a distinctive Apollo landing craft standing out against the cloudy skies. To the right of Red 2 is Red 4, Flight Lieutenant Gregor Oxton. Gregor has previously flown the Harrier and the Typhoon on the front line. He's instructed on the newer version of the Hawk, and he joins the team for his first year in 2019. Red 1 banking Apollo out to the left-hand side. He's about to transition to the next of our historical formation positions. Concord go, calls Red 1. The smoke comes on. The aircraft move forward to form the distinctive shape of the famous supersonic airliner, first flown 50 years ago this year. As Concorde comes towards us, 8 and 9 will look like the engines underneath the airliner. Red 1 bringing Concorde in from the left-hand side. He'll bend it around before reversing into the next formation. In from the left-hand side, the nose light's coming towards us, looking like Concorde on approach. On the right wingtip of Concorde is Red 5, that's squadron leader Steve Morris. Steve has formerly flown the Harrier and the Tornado. He's instructed on the Hawk T2 and returns to the team for 2019. Well, the smoke is back on. Red 1 is given the command to move into the next formation position. This time a very technically difficult formation for the aircraft to fly. We have 6 aircraft all in line abreast, with Red 6 and 7 tucked in behind in Phoenix. To the left of Red 1 in Phoenix is Red 3 squadron leader Mike Bowden. Mike has previously flown the Harrier and the Tornado. He's instructed on the Hawk and is in his 5th year on the team. In from the left-hand side, the coloured smoke about to come on for the Phoenix pass.
There we go.
As Phoenix moves off to our right-hand side, the coloured smoke is about to go off. Red 1 about to call the aircraft into the next historic position. This one representing the aircraft that was the mainstay of Bomber Command operations in World War II. We have an example of it flying on the Battle of Britain Memorial Flight in the UK, and of course the beloved Vera flying here in Canada. It is of course Lancaster. Coming in from our right-hand side, once round the bend, the nose will come up, the smoke will come back on, ready for the Lancaster roll. Upside down at 2,500 feet, Lancaster rolls above us. The Lancaster, not well known as an aerobatic aircraft, but the famous test pilot Alex Henshaw reputedly rolled the aircraft on more than one occasion whilst testing them in Castle Bromwich in the UK. As Lancaster moves off to our left, it is time for one of our favourite manoeuvres in the display, this time representing another aircraft recently retired from Royal Air Force service. It's conducted continuous operations over 3 decades, operating alongside Canadian and US forces in Iraq and Afghanistan. Many of us on the team have flown this aircraft. It is, of course, Tornado. Reds 8 and 9 move to the back of the formation. As Red 1 brings them round the left turn, the air brakes will come out, the nose lights will be on towards us, the smoke will come on, and the call for 8 and 9 to roll will come.
Out, rolling, out.
Get those cameras ready, the air brakes coming out, the smoke about to come on. Aboard, calls Red 9 as the red and blue smoke comes on. Reds 8 and 9 rolling around the formation. Red 1 about to bend the formation to the left, changing smoke colour as they go in Tornado. Smoke off go, whispers Red 9 as Tornado finishes to our right-hand side. Well, the end of Tornado means we're approaching the end of the first half of our display. So far we've seen all 9 aircraft in formation shapes gracefully aerobating across the sky. Well, as we approach the second half, we're about to shift up a gear, we are about to up the tempo as we move into our more dynamic manoeuvres. Red 1 will break the formation down into 2 sections. The front section of 5 is nicknamed Enid, after Enid Blyton, a famous English children's author who wrote about the famous 5. The rear section of 4 aircraft will split down into the opposition solos, known to us as the synchro pair, Red 6 and 7. Red 1 has put the aircraft into dagger formation, accounting for the lower cloud base here today. As the aircraft run in towards you, it will be Enid at the top with the lights on. They're going to pull up as a section of 7 with the 4 behind with the coloured smoke.
To the right, to the right, to the right.
Get those cameras ready. It's time for the spectacular and colourful detonator. Enid, break, break, go, calls Red 1.
You're Indy.
There goes the rear section with the coloured smoke on. Keep your eyes on Red 6 and 7. to right as red 6 and 7 fly away from us. They're pulling up to start the first of their opposition manoeuvres. On the right is red 6 trailing white smoke. On the left is red 7. They're being chased down by reds 8 and 9. On the right, leading red 8 is Flight Lieutenant Toby Keeley. He's the synchro leader, red 6, a former Tornado pilot and Hawk instructor. The aircraft now descending towards each other with a closing speed of over 1,200 kilometers an hour. They'll pass 100 feet apart in the spectacular Jippo Pass. Roll goes red 6 as red 6 and 7 4-point roll down the line. Reds 8 and 9 roller coaster down to meet them. Keep your eyes on red 6 and 7 as they pull hard away from us. The pilot's pulling 6G towards us. The nose lights will come back on to show center. They'll reverse the turn, crossing 100 feet apart in the Cyclone.
These two are 6 and 7.
Red 6 and 7 continue towards each other, crossing smoke bars as they go in the slingshot. In from the left-hand side with the smoke on comes red 9 running fast down the line. Now look out to the front right, there's the nose lights of Enid. They drop down into an inverted V formation. Red 9 about to fly straight down the middle in the goose. Up through Enid goes red 9 with the red, white and blue smoke. That's Flight Lieutenant Dan Lowe's. He's a former Typhoon pilot and weapons instructor. He was third and final year with the team. Red 1 leads Enid section off to our left-hand side, the coloured smoke about to change to white as he clears the way for the next manoeuvre. Look straight out to show centre, see if you can pick out the nose lights of red 6, 7 and 8. Red 7 and 8 about to roll around red 6 before splitting in the vortex. Up through the middle goes red 8 as red 6 and 7 clear off left and right. Red 8 is Lieutenant Chris Splendid Smith, former Tornado GL4 pilot, Hawk instructor, who served for 6 seasons on the Red Arrows. Keep your eyes on red 6 and 7 as they pull up with the white smoke on. They'll be pulling back round towards us, setting up for the next of their opposition passes. Out on the right is red 6. As he flies down the line, he'll roll inverted. Red 7 will be the right way round. They will switch as they cross in the vice versa.
Yeah.
I'll take this. Oh.
Upside down goes red 6, and here comes red 7. As the synchro pair depart to the left and right, the smoke goes off. They pull up behind us. Now look out to the far left-hand side. Here come the nose lights of the other aircraft, staying below the cloud base. Red 1 about to split them high and low and widen before simultaneously rolling in the revolution. After that simultaneous roll, the cloud smoke comes back on. Red 1 gathering the 7 aircraft together. They'll bank around to the left to make way for the next synchro maneuver. Back in from the left and right, red 6 and 7. The white smoke has come back on. They'll fly down the line once more with a closing speed of 1,200 kilometers an hour, passing 100 feet apart, pulling hard towards each other, crossing 3 times in carousel. Red and blue smoke comes on, red 6 and 7 pulling hard towards each other. As they cross on the back, the smoke colour will change, leaving a red and blue half of the circle. Synchro pair completing the colourful carousel, their smoke goes off, they pitch crowd rear to make way for Enid. Now look out to your front right, there's the smoke trail of the 5 aircraft, changing from white to colour as red 1 pulls up, about to fly 2 snake-like barrel rolls in the sky in Python. As red 1 completes the first of the Python rolls, the smoke colour will change to white. Each of our aircraft has 5 minutes of white smoke, 1 minute of red, and 1 minute of blue. Each activated by a button on the pilot's control stick. As we go into the second of the Python rolls, the aircraft are flying in a formation called Leaders Benefit. Red 1 at the front, reds 2, 3, 4 and 5 in line abreast behind him. Red 1 completing the Python rolls with Enid to our left hand side. Now look far out to the right. Here come the other 4 aircraft. Reds 6 and 7 about to roll inverted down the line. Reds 8 and 9 will roll around them in the corkscrew.
It totally sounds like front lights.
8 and 9, roll, go!
Aboard calls red 9, the red and blue smoke twisting around 6 and 7 in the corkscrew. Complete whispers red 9 as 6, 7, 8 and 9 roll out to our left hand side. The smoke's about to come off, keep your eyes out for Enid. Running in from the left, they're about to roll simultaneously from the inside to the outside of the formation, changing smoke colour as they go.
2 and 3, roll, go!
2 and 3 roll go calls red 1, the signal to start the rollbacks.
Clear, go!
Clear go, the signal for 4 and 5 to roll.
Clear, up! Go, go!
Complete sees red 5 as only he knows how. They complete the symmetrical rollbacks to our right hand side. The smoke of Enid section goes off, the smoke of the rear section comes on, look straight ahead above the fireboat. Reds 8 and 9 will roll around 6 and 7. 6 and 7 will then roll before braking in the spectacular Jippo break. Changing to white as they prepare for the last of their opposition manoeuvres. On the left, pulling up with the white smoke is Red 7 Flight Lieutenant John Bond. John has previously flown the Tucano, who displayed the aircraft in 2012. He then flew the Typhoon on the front line and is in his second year on the Red Arrows. He'll become the Synchro leader next year. The aircraft descend towards each other. The coloured smoke will come on as they roll twice towards each other in the double rolls. Six and seven complete their two rolls, known as the double rolls, and to the left and right before pitching crowd rear. As we prepare for the show finale. Look straight ahead above the fireboat, the seven lights coming towards us. Get those cameras ready for the spectacular Vixen break. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching the Red Arrows! As Red 1 completes the loop for the Vixen break, his smoke comes on the other aircraft, identifying each other, switching sides, and joining back up as a night ship. The aircraft now all safely identified with each other, the sides have been crossed, they're forming back up into the 9-ship big battle formation you saw on arrival. Well, normally the aircraft would now return to the airport, be refueled, be serviced, re-smoked by our team of support staff, as I mentioned earlier, known as the Blues. But today, we have a little bit of extra smoke, we have a little bit of extra fuel. So Red 1 is going to perform one last flyby. Well, we have had such a great time here in Toronto. The reception we've had at the air show and in the city has been amazing. So, as a dedication to all the people here in Toronto, from the show organisers to the beautiful crowd out here, we are going to salute you one last time with a special fly past from left to right. Red 1 has gathered the aircraft together. They form big battle formation. They're preparing out to the left-hand side to fly past once more. The nose lights are coming towards us. Red 1 has called for the air brakes out. As they approach us, we'll give one last salute to the people of Canada and the people here in Toronto in the Maple Leaf Flypast. Ladies and gentlemen, the Maple Pass.